So when you look at some specific industries, we're seeing inflation, but overall inflation has really remained steady and it has been reduced over the Trump administration's time since he came into office. I wish that we had seen some bigger rate cuts. And I'm disappointed that the Fed has already basically said, don't expect it next month in its comments.
I think Chairman Powell plays Chicken Little. If you've seen the movie, he just, and it's a tit for tat. I think Chair Powell is just basically trying to stick it to Trump, and I'm just like, you need to work on reducing the rates because they're really affecting everybody on Main Street. I don't expect the rates to be what they were 5 years ago, but I do expect some of the rates to come down because I do not see how it's sustainable. A lot of the mortgages, a lot of people had 5 year arms, 7 year arms, 10 year arms on their residential mortgages, forget commercial mortgages, and they're resetting. And folks who were at 3% interest rate now going to 7% interest rate, they can't afford that.
Mm-mm.
The cost of living did not go up that much. They didn't make those type of raises over the years to be able to afford a 7%. That's more than double the interest rate that they were paying just a few years ago or a few months ago. Like, if my rate reset today, that would basically double my mortgage. That is a burden to people. I think foreclosures will be on an all-time high, not to mention commercial properties take a bigger hit. Commercial properties have term loans. So every 5 or 10 years, rates have to reset and they have to refinance them out. Those rates, folks who are at 4 or 5% interest rate now have to go to 6, 7, 8, 9% interest rate. They're all in decline. That's the reason asset values have declined. What a hotel or any commercial property that was worth 5 years ago, pre-COVID, let's say for hypothetical purposes, if a building was worth 5 billion pre-COVID, same building today is worth 3.5 million. It is just not with the debt, the costs of operations. That is if we kept just all the costs stagnant at the same level and the revenue the same. It's still the asset is worth less because just taking the interest rate factor makes the asset worth that much less money, right? And I think the interest rates definitely need to come down. But I personally believe this is just it's a personal vendetta between Trump and Powell that they just need to hash it out. But I think it's who doesn't have a vendetta against Trump apparently these days. It's like everybody in office just wants to fight him for everything because Trump said so, fight it. And I'm just like, can we not be collateral damage in the way?